So topical, back with another movie. We're watching the film that's been pushed back already. Just like his dome in Fortnite. Pow. It's a grappler.
So anyways, trailer reaction to Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix, yeah. It's a comic book movie, so I probably won't like it, you know? But let's get into it. Take off the shades.
Broken. The mind is a fragile thing. Takes only the slightest tap to tip it in the wrong direction.
How did she lose her freckles?
Charles,
Continuity.
what did you do?
That one happened in a Stanley Kubrick movie.
I protected her.
From the truth?
Business.
There's another word for that.
It's called lying.
For answers.
That's not lying, I disagree.
You feel like you don't belong here. You don't. They can't begin to comprehend what you are.
She's changing.
And what?
Is that the beast?
I'm here looking
Yeah.
for answers. You came here looking for
That's the
answers.
beast.
Jean.
I'm a beast and you're a pet. Wheezy.
She's all rage. Pain. That's all coming at her once.
Jean lost control. Is she still our friend?
This is your fault, Charles. The world is on the brink. I'm sorry I didn't stop it sooner.
You're always sorry, Charles. And there's always a speech. And nobody cares.
There's still hope. Don't do this.
They're right to fear me.
I've seen evil. I'm looking at it now.
I didn't see any blockbusters in that movie that takes place in the 80s. Or 90s, whatever it is. It's definitely going to be better than X3, I think.
Probably. I'm just so confused by the timeline in these movies.
So Days of Future Past happened,
Uh-huh.
and then you're back to X-Men 2. X-Men 1. So everyone's still alive, Jean doesn't die. And then Apocalypse happens. And that's where she goes into Phoenix for the first time. Which I didn't mind X-Men Apocalypse. There was nothing like spectacular about it. It was just like super mediocre.
Right.
People hated that movie. You have a good like Wolverine scene, cameo.
Yeah.
Quicksilver does his thing again, which is still entertaining. I didn't have a problem with it. I kind of liked it, honestly.
Sure.
This same way, like, I don't really care.
I mean,
But
yeah, same.
it's not going to be a bad movie. Like, I think it's going to be super mediocre. Michael Fassbender, dude, his stuff is always amazing in
He's
these
so
movies.
good. He's really good.
Like, he elevates these movies, so hopefully he'll have a lot of screen time.
yeah.
Because I think that was the problem with Apocalypse. He didn't have a ton of screen time. He doesn't have a lot of screen time, so not a lot of chance to elevate the film. But, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like,
it is what it is.
sure. I mean, like, I'll go see it. But, like, I'm not... I don't know. I don't think I'll hate it. My expectations are pretty low. Maybe it'll wow me. But it's just, like... I'm not super burnt out on comic book movies like you are. But, like... I'm pretty burnt out on X-Men stuff, honestly.
See, I love the X-Men. I love how they do the race thing. Like the Malcolm X, Dr. King
Oh yeah,
stuff.
well, like the thematic undertones of like the X-Men universe are great. Like
I think
love
they've
that.
gotten too much away from that.
Yeah.
And I think that's been the problem with these films.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, it's been pushed back. How do you feel about that? You think it's going to be a bad movie because of that?
No, I'm not that much of like a pessimist when it comes to stuff like that. Like, if they just let it come out the way it was gonna come out, then like maybe we would have had a bad movie. But like if they pushed it back, that means they're probably trying to make sure it's good, you know?
Yeah.
So like
They probably saw like the feedback and I was like, hey, this isn't good.
yeah.
You
So
think?
like that doesn't. If anything, that just like to me that's encouraging that it's like at least they're they're trying to not give us a crappy product.
Yeah, one of your favorite films they did reshoots on, everyone freaked out.
And I
Rogue
love
One.
that movie.
Yeah,
like
Rogue One.
and Solo. They almost reshot all of Solo, and Rogue One too. And like those are two of my favorite Star Wars movies. So, I mean, every Star Wars movie is my favorite Star Wars movie. But like, yeah. I mean, I'm not disheartened. Like, I'll go see it. I don't care. Like, I don't care about this, honestly. And like, it just doesn't. So like, I don't know how deep they're gonna go. I know a little bit about like Phoenix in general. So like the Phoenix Force and like all that kind of stuff. And like, I really like the like mythology and like lore behind that. So like, if they go deep into that, I'll think this is really interesting. But if it's more just kind of like, oh, this happened to her and now we have to deal with it, then like I'll be less interested.
I kind of wish they would have let it like go a couple more films instead of like rushing it like they did with X2. They immediately went into it with X3. But I love the X-Men. My favorite X-Men isn't in any of these movies.
Quicksilver?
No, Gambit. But his movie got pushed back too. So what can you do?
Yeah.
But this is Topical, and we reacted to another mediocre comic book movie trailer. And we watched the trailers to see if we like the movies. So that's it. Salt.
I ain't here for no conversation.